Hi Gemini, welcome to your week ahead reading. This is for week commencing the 14th of October. We're going to do usual 5-card spread, but if there are any other readings you would like me to do, for instance, I'm thinking about doing a career and finance reading for each zodiac sign, then let me know in the comments below. I'm happy to do, within reason, any reading for you. I just love to hear your suggestions. Anyway, I hope you've had a great week. And let's see what the week ahead has in store for you. Dear Spirit Guides and Angels, please join me in this reading for Gemini and make it helpful, hopeful and healing. Thank you. Let's hope it's not as cryptic as it was last week. Your readings generally are. Knight of Pentacles is here in your overall general energy. Lovely. Opportunity, Ten of Swords. Brilliant. Challenge is the Magician. Wow, the Fool and what you don't see coming. And the Page of Pentacles in your advice and outcome. So the Knight of Pentacles is kicking your reading off here. And this is a card of patience. This is a card to say slow and steady wins the race. So there's something perhaps that you need to put on hold, maybe. Definitely don't jump in and rush though. He is the slowest moving knight in the deck, and knights move situations on. They progress. He's the only knight that's not on his horse. He walks because he's very sure. He's very methodical and organized and stable and reliable and grounded. So it's like you need to be in this energy next week, Gemini. Ten of Swords in your opportunity. Love this for you. It's like you can put an end to some very stressful situations that have been going on for quite some time. Maybe that's why the Knight of Pentacles is there. It's like something that's really taking its time to progress. But there is an opportunity for you to actually put that to bed, walk away, see the light, I want to say, see the more positive outcome. Magician is in your challenge. So Magician is all about things that just confirming that you have all the tools in your tool chest. You have the ability to make things happen. And as a challenge, it's almost like either you're doubting yourself about something or somebody's being quite manipulative around you. Good luck with that with Gemini. The Fool is what you don't see coming. There's a relief, there's a sense of relief coming for you. Again, with that Ten of Swords, there's an opportunity, and I feel these are very linked together. The Fool energy is about new beginnings. It's taking that leap of faith. So there's something that you need to take a chance on, perhaps, or maybe give somebody a chance on. The Page of Pentacles is in your advice and outcome. This is a very studious energy. This is a learning energy. Pentacles are our material resources. But I always put the caveat to that. There's whatever your pentacle is at the time, what's your coinage? Is it your energy? Is that worth more? Is it your time? But the Page of Pentacles is all about learning something new. It's about courses, perhaps, or it's very like an apprenticeship. So something coming that maybe you need to do some research on. Again, with that Knight of Pentacles, he's laying all the foundations, and it's almost like you need to be in this energy where you need to make plans and learn about them. Perhaps if you're wanting to further your career or further something, for instance, you would perhaps start booking lots of courses. And although you've perhaps got an idea in your head and you want to go 100 miles an hour at it, it's next week is like, no, just be methodical. That's what I'm hearing. Let's see though. Why do we have the Knight of Pentacles here for Gemini, please and thank you? Could be a person around you even next week who is grounding you. Almost I've got this like holding you back, reining you in a little bit. Why do we have the Knight of Pentacles here, please and thank you for Gemini? Which I think you'd be very frustrated with. I wouldn't be surprised if we get the Temperance card up, which is the card of patience. Why do we have the Knight of Pentacles here? Oh, that's interesting. We've got justice. Yeah, things need to balance for you. The Seven of Wands and the Death and Rebirth. We've got Death and Rebirth and the Fool. They're both meaning the same thing. And the Ten of Swords, walking away, new beginnings. So justice is like something needs to come into balance for you. Now, interestingly, we are actually, are we still in Libra season? Yeah, of course we are. We're in Libra season too. So there may be a Libra around you, or a Libra energy of something coming that, you know, things need to happen, yes, but you need to do it in a methodical manner is what I keep getting in order for the scales to balance. So don't go rushing in because the scales will go like that. For some of you, this is about putting things, making things happen that's more just and fair in a more fair manner. Again, to balance a situation for the better. The Seven of Wands. I just dropped my card. So that was the Seven of Wands. Now, the Seven of Wands is about sitting in your power. It's about standing your ground, and having your say. So it's almost like there is, and also setting boundaries and sticking to them. Maybe that's why that Justice card is here, because things, you know, the boundaries need to be readjusted perhaps. The Death and Rebirth card is here too. And this is about new beginnings. It's about, yeah, something needs to change. Maybe you need to change your way of thinking next week in order to just make these scales balance, and have a more balanced outlook, I think, is what those scales are there for. As I said, things, you need to be more methodical. I keep saying that, don't I? Ten of Swords is in your opportunity to start again, to get rid of this stress. Swords are our mental thoughts, if you like, and how they affect us. Clarified by the Queen of Swords. Oh my goodness. Talk about, you couldn't get a better card to clarify that. And swords obviously are your, in fact, they are your suit in the tarot. The swords represent our thoughts, our ideas, our logical way of thinking. And swords are attributed to air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You've got Libra up there too, haven't you? Interesting. That's also clarified by the Strength card and the King of Wands. So the King of Wands, let's do the Queen of Swords first. Queen of Swords with the Ten of Swords are exactly the same energy. She cuts out people that do not serve her. She doesn't put up with any piffle paffle. She's like, no, I'm not interested in that. I'm walking away from that. So there's something you're walking away from. It could be a person even who has just pushed their boundaries. Maybe that's why you've got the Seven of Wands there. You need to stick to it, because they're pushing you a little bit too much. The Queen of Swords also is very methodical. She's very assertive. She doesn't bring her emotions into it. She, in fact, like you can see on this card, her heart is literally locked away. You've got the Strength card and you've got the King of Wands. It could be a King of Wands that you are having to deal with. He could be quite bolshy. He's very fiery, very strong in his opinions, but he's very protective. He doesn't work for anybody. He has his own opinions, but he's very charismatic too. But I think he can be a bit too much. I think maybe you would clash with them. And there's something going on where you need to walk away from a person who has that energy, those attributes, if you like. Both really screaming a Leo sign to me too, because you have strength here. And this is just a reminder that you are strong. You can do this. I think there is, and again, with the Magician as a challenge, I think that King of Wands is quite manipulative or trying to manipulate a situation, get his own way or their own way. Try and talk you out of something, I feel. But the Knight of Pentacles is here just to say, like, look at, just don't rush in, be methodical about it. Why do we have the Magician here, please, and thank you for Gemini? Oh my goodness, we have 4 here, but I'm going to take them all. We've got Temperance, patience. But you are, again, I feel like the Magician is here to remind you can do it, but you have to be patient. Or this Magician is here because that King of Wands is trying to be manipulative over you. And they're trying to convince you to do something, because Temperance is a card of patience, and it's also about trying to find a solution of 2 energies to blend together to make it harmonious. And it's like, again, there's some sort of clash going on. You've got the Devil, and that's what he can be. When we have the Devil and the Magician together as a challenge, he's exactly that. He feels like you should be loyal to them, or they're very influential over you to perhaps indulge in things that don't serve you and situations. Very manipulative, very strong energy there. 8 of Cups. It's a challenge. 8 of Cups as a challenge is a challenge. You're trying it very hard to say no and to walk away. However, again, with this King of Wands, I feel, or this energy of somebody wanting to take over a situation, you're struggling to say no. And then you have the 4 of Cups, also with this Magician. And it's like it's a challenge to keep to the same routine almost. Oh, this is very... When I said it, like, Gemini, your readings are always so deep, so cryptic, and I love them. They're always a challenge for me. I feel like you're torn between this. I feel like you want this really exciting King of Wands, this real energy. However, it's perhaps not going to serve you in a way. It's like you've got the Devil and the Angel on your shoulder, because the Temperance is there about trying to blend and... Yeah. Oh, I've got goosebumps. The Fool is what you don't see coming. Why do we have the Fool, please, and thank you? I'm really drawn to the Devil's eyes. So maybe this person's got beautiful eyes. Look at his eyes. Okay, clarified by the 5 of Cups. Okay, wow. The Chariot and the Ace of Cups. Very interesting. The Chariot is all about moving a situation on, taking control, taking up the reins, literally. It's like you are going to step into your power, the 7 of Wands, which I've dropped on the floor, and sticking to your guns. And this is you getting in the driving seat and taking, maybe, realizing this King of Wands who's perhaps been the manipulative energy around you. It's like, no, I need to put a stop to this. And you take up the reins. And however, it could mean the other way. It could be that you've changed your mind and things are moving on. The 5 of Cups in the Fool energy, about the Fool is taking that leap of faith, something new coming in. The 5 of Cups is about loss, regret, and disappointment, but it's also about looking at things from a different perspective. Now, it can also mean you need to look at what you have got rather than what you haven't got. And I feel like there's a battle again with this decision for you next week. Shall I, shan't I? It's almost like, well, I'm going to have great fun and maybe, you know, have this lovely freeing energy. However, you need to remain methodical and grounded. You have the Ace of Cups, though, which is about something, a new, aces are new beginnings, new offerings, new opportunities. With that Fool, it's about new opportunity for a relationship, to see things differently from your heart perspective, and something that you'll really love and you're not expecting it. Oh my gosh. As usual, Gemini, very cryptic. Page of Pentacles is in your outcome and advice, and this, I feel now, is that a very studious energy. It's like, no, just take it, don't be too influenced by this, take it slow, do your research. Clarified by the World. The World and Death and Rebirth. And Eight of Cups, you know, walking away from something. It's still going to give you a lot of, I think, food for thought, if you like, next week. Again, that's why the Knight of Pentacles is here, because it's clarified by the World, which is about something ending and something new beginning. It's like it's run its course. You've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Now you need to move on. All that feeling of everything's come together now. Okay, now I can move on. When I said you got the Dame, you know, this, you've got the Seven of Pentacles too, with the Page of Pentacles in the World. And this is a card of, but is it worth my time and effort? Gosh. And then you have the Five of Swords, and that's you saying, I don't know, do I stay? Should I go? Should I take the opportunity? Shall I not? So it's a very 50-50 again next week for you, Gemini. There's something coming in. It's going to give you a lot of food for thought. That's what I want to say. And that's exactly what the Seven of Pentacles is, food for thought. Just remember, though, to be the Knight of Pentacles. Don't jump in. This is the card to say, how many times have I got to say it? Methodical. And the Seven of Wands, which is on my floor. So, let's see what the Oracle has to say. Oh, can't wait to see. What does the Oracle have to say for Gemini? I need to write down that food for thought before I forget it, ironically. Okay, what other messages are here for Gemini, please, and thank you. I just got a message to say, actually, that although there's this devil and angel on your shoulder, I don't know if you know exactly what they're like. I don't know what that means. So the message from the universe is also, it says, in a temple, devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. I think that message is saying, follow your heart, follow what your heart says. Tune in, trust your instincts. Devotion. I think maybe that's a card to say, especially with this, the devil energy, feeling that perhaps you feel tied to this situation, you feel loyal to this person. Well, they're trying to make you feel like that. Almost like they're questioning, like, but you don't have to feel that level. Oh, very, very, as usual, interesting reading for you, Gemini. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. Do let me know in the comments. Again, if there's any other readings you'd like me to do, let me know in the comments too. And have a fantastic week, and I'll catch up with you next week. Thank you. Bye.